headed to the Final Four.
Let's go. I got a vision I see in my head, a melody buried deep into my soul. They call us crazy, we cutting the edge, unlocking the future and letting it go. This is a calling that's higher. The time we decided our stories are gonna be told. This is where legends are born. We paving the road, a future that favors the bold. Break the rules, break the laws. This is the moment we change it all. Break the rules, break the laws. This is the moment we change it all. Yeah, greatness. Yeah, it feels like greatness. Woo! Greatness, yeah, it feels like greatness. Legendary in the making. Reach out and we take it. About to emerge, we on the verge, and it feels like greatness. Something coming, I can feel it. Deep down in my spirit. Revolution, it's a new day. Time to redefine the limits. So vivid, I can see it. So loud, I can hear it. So they calling me a madman, but the future belongs to the fearless. Break the rules, break the laws. This is the moment we change it all. Break the rules, break the laws. This is the moment we change it all. Woo! Greatness, yeah, it feels like greatness. Legendary in the making. Reach out and we take it. About to emerge, we on the verge, and it feels like greatness. Yeah. Woo! Greatness.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the second game of 2023 here on Chiefs TV in the War Lodge. It's the boys Sequoia Chiefs versus the Creekview Grizzlies. The girls' game ended in a victory for Sequoia. This should be another close one, as it always is in a rivalry matchup. Max, what are we looking for tonight?
I mean, this rivalry, once again, is heated as always. The Chiefs having a pretty decent season, coming off of a Final Four appearance last season and a fantastic season by the Chiefs. And they lost a lot of seniors. They're having to recover from losing the amount of seniors that they did, and they're doing a fine job of it. I mean, right now they're 9-7 overall, 4-1 in the region, and second in the region. Only behind right now is Rome. Right now is Etowah. And they're doing a fine job trying to get their offense going. They have a great offense, scoring about 63 points per game. And tonight that should be Creekview, because they are struggling right now in the season. Although they have a very, very impressive lineup with a lot of potential. Right now, Sequoia seems like they have the upper hand, but this is a rivalry game. Anything could happen.
Yes, you're exactly correct, Max. And, you know, for as far as the Grizzlies are concerned, it's very similar to what the girls' situation we're in. The boys have lost 6 of their last 7 games, so they're coming into this one, you know, a rivalry, again, always heated, always a good game, always a must-win, but especially for these Creekview boys, it is a must-win, as they need to get back onto the winning skid or to get out of the losing skid they've been on. They're 5-12, 2-3 in the region. Sequoia's coming into this one at 9-7, but 4-1 in the region, which, as you said, Max, they are second place, sorry. And then Creekview sits 5th in the division, and Region 6A. As we prepare to tell you guys the starting lineups as they're announced here in front of us. And looking at Max preps before the game, breaking it down by quarter, Sequoia is projected to win this one 66-53 is about the final score. However, the third quarter is Creekview's best. They average 18 points that quarter, so we'll see what happens in this first half, but Creekview, as far as the numbers are concerned, should be coming out hard in that second half. Luke Jack, 6'4" sophomore for Creekview. Will Klein, the 6'1" junior.
And Jack and Klein are going to be two very impressive players and very important players for the Grizzlies if they want to have a successful game against the Chiefs.
Griffin Latimer, Luke Godwin, and Seth Jack coming in at 6'6". So Creekview's got a lot of tall guys on their team, but Sequoia has a lot of shooters and a lot of aggressive intensity on their side, so it will be a good matchup. Both of these teams pretty evenly matched like we saw in the girls. Preston Parker, one of the 5 seniors on the Chiefs team this year. Number 2, Tyson. Brendan Tusing now, a sophomore who's had a really, really great year. He leads the team in points with 225, 81% free throw percentage. He's having a breakout year as a sophomore. Number 10, Tyler Hammond. And finally, Stephen Galvin, another senior. So 8 minutes on the clock.
As you said, there is a lot of height for Creekview. If they are going to take advantage of their height, they have a very fine opportunity to win this game. I mean, Sequoia isn't the tallest team overall. They do have some height this year especially. But, I mean, Creekview down low could easily take advantage of the postgame with Luke Godwin and with Seth Jack.
So Tusing now and Jack together at center court for the tip-off. Jack with the height advantage, he's 6'6". Tusing now wins it though. And Hammond puts that one up. 3 seconds in, it's a basket for Sequoia. They lead 2-0 early. Pretty simple play there from Tyler Hammond. He just found the gap and took it right away. No questions asked, but a bucket earned. And that's a 3 put up by Creekview. Luke Godwin is no good. Parker with the rebound. He gives that one to Tusing now. Tusing now dishes it up for a 3, no good. Hammond with the rebound. Showing his intensity right off the bat. Parker takes a step back, settles everyone down. Galvin now with it. He's being guarded by the 6'6" Seth Jack. And a rebound from Tyson Darby doubles the score, so 4-0 Sequoia.
I mean, we saw last game in the girls' game. The first quarter set the tone for the entire game, and I find that could be very likely this game as well. The Grizzlies are going to need to find something on offense here.
And there's a 3-point attempt from Will Klein. That's no good. And Seth Jack again guarding Stephen Galvin, so quite a bit of height advantage there as Tyler Hammond throws that one in for a tray. 7-0 now Sequoia. And nearly intercepted pass there from Stephen Galvin. Great defense from him. And there's the 6'6". Seth Jack taking a shot. Does not land, but he will get to go to the free throw line. So both of those two are made for Seth Jack. As Hammond has that one, dribbles inside, pulls up jumper, goes in for 2 more. You know, Max, looking at Seth Jack from here, he doesn't look like he's 6'6", but, you know, the Sequoia side really does have, I mean, almost everyone on the team is at least 6 feet, so they're taller than they've been at least last year, where Fisher Mitchell was the tallest one on the team at 6'3". But, I mean, still, 6'6" is a height advantage that's hard to get by. Although Tusing now it is 6'5". And there's a 3-point attempt. Does not fall for Creekview. No threes for them. Only the 2 free throws by Seth Jack. Parker gives that one to Galvin. Galvin now being worked on by Klein. Tyler Hammond has that one. Parker pump fakes a couple times. Doesn't go though. Tyler Hammond now deep 3 from him. Off the front of the rim. He gets it again. Dribbles inside, up to the basket, and he lays it up and in. 11-2 Sequoia.
And that's 9 points for Hammond. He is having quite the first couple of minutes here in the War Lodge.
He's almost in double digits, and it's not even half the time gone, but Griffin Latimer, a 5'7" sophomore for the Grizzlies, answers back quickly and shortens Sequoia's lead to just 6. And Preston Parker, deep three of his own. Clatters off the back of the rim. Tyson Darby gets the rebound, and now a three-point attempt from Brendan Tusing now. 5:06 left to go. Hard pass from Seth Jack. Just tips off Luke Godwin's hand, so Sequoia will get the ball once again. Bad turnover there from Creekview. Badly timed, that is. But Godwin recovers and steals the pass from Parker, but then it ends up falling out of bounds anyway. Not before it hits a Sequoia Chief. Good defense from Tusing and Galvin combined. Galvin will run it down the court. He's tangled up with a couple Grizzly defenders, and Will Klein comes away with it. Now to Luke Jack, the sophomore. Now Seth Jack drives inside, pulls up jumper. Air ball, and the Sequoia student section will let them know what happened. Preston Parker drives inside. Finds an open Stephen Galvin, who drives in. Gets the foul call, does not get the basket to fall though. Quite a full student section here on senior night. It's almost all the way up to where we're sitting.
Reminds me almost of the Kell game last year, if you remember that one. That one was jam-packed. But right now for Sequoia, comparing them to Creekview at least, their offense seems to always have someone in the middle. It seems when they drive, they always have an outlet. While on the other hand, for Creekview, if they drive, they get isolated while they're driving to the lane. They don't have anywhere to go, and they kind of have to turn the ball over or maybe reset, get out of bounds. They're going to have to fix that because the Sequoia defense is locking up right now.
4:10 left to go. Bit of a mix-up in the corner, but the Grizzlies end up with it. And Luke Jack for the three-pointer, making it look easy. 15-8 now, Sequoia. And not only is there a good Sequoia student section, but the Creekview student section came out to support as well, as 5 new people sub in for Creekview.
That is something you do not see very often. 5 brand new bodies coming in.
With almost half the time left, head coach Casey Grambling giving his starters a break. And Sam Ienla checking in the game. Preston Parker and him with some nice communication to connect for 2. And Carson Wood keeping that one in, but not if Sam Ienla has anything to say about it. So Carson Wood, Xavier Candelario, Michael Roach, all in the game, as well as Pierce Parsons and Cole Sackman. Tusing now, top of the key, and that one's easily in. That'll put the lead at 12 for Sequoia, 20-8 here in this first quarter.
That's 2 threes for Tusing now right now.
And Tusing now almost had the block on Sackman, but it goes in anyway. Hammond feeling it, trying to go for a deep 3. Falls short and hits the net though. Three minutes left to go in the first quarter. Very back and forth as Tusing now has that one. It's him and Parker as everyone catches up now. And Candelario with a steal. Now it's Carson Wood. He drives to the basket. Sam Ienla, big block. And the Sequoia student section is loving that one.
But I believe he got called for that foul right there.
Yes, he did. So Carson Wood will take some free throws. And he makes the first one. Tyler Hammond still with 9 points after a very explosive start. He got the first couple points of the game in a 3, and adding on some more as Wood makes his second, so 20-12. Sequoia remains on top. They have not dropped the lead since they got it 3 seconds into the game. 2:30 left to go. And the referee calls a travel on Tuzig now.
And I mean, it's a rivalry game, so I knew the student sections were going to be pretty packed. But man, both schools brought it tonight. That is going to be a big factor. As momentum shifts, the student sections will get louder and louder.
And it's a kickball on Pierce Parsons. Tyler Hammond checking out, Stephen Galvin subbing in for him. And he'll inbound that one to Preston Parker. Galvin now has it. Nice run by Logan Parrott to the inside, unable to get the basket. Pierce Parsons to Michael Roach. Down inside is Carson Wood. But a Creekview turnover.
It's kind of slowed down now. There was a long amount of minutes there. It was super fast paced back and forth.
And a 3-point from Preston Parker, or 2-pointer, sorry, just inside the arc there. Double-digit lead for Sequoia. Quick 3 in transition for Pierce Parsons, doesn't fall. And great work by Logan Parrott to not let the ball go out of bounds. Candelario inbounds that one, but good defense from Sequoia, and Michael Roach tips that one just out of bounds, so a quick Creekview turnover. Sequoia still leading by 10. Tyler Hammond back in the game. He loves that spot and misses once again from it.
And we're seeing a slower pace now, and usually the Chiefs honestly flourish more when they can set the tempo in a slower pace, but then kind of speed it up on offense. In a back and forth game like it was just before, they don't do as well.
Tyler Hammond, nice poke away from Candelario, up for an easy 2. He crosses into double digits on the night. 11 points for him, 24 for Sequoia. A quick response on a 3-pointer, Nigel Agyemang. Tension starting to rise in the student sections and down on the floor with Candelario and Galvin. .106 left to go. 24-15. Again, Sequoia has not lost the lead this game. Carson Wood now to Agyemang. Candelario now. Sackman with a 3-point attempt. Galvin with an easy rebound.
43 seconds left in this first quarter.
He's got Parker down the court, and he goes back to Galvin. Bit of a high pass. Galvin does not keep it in. The ref says he stepped out of bounds before he could get it back to a teammate. So Tyson Darby checks in for Sam Ayinla. 37.4 seconds in the first quarter. Just 3 fouls so far this game. And Hammond, great defense from him. He's been doing it all night. He's been doing it on both sides of the ball, actually. Cole Sackman gives that one to Carson Wood. No shot clock for Creekview. They could get the last shot of the quarter if they're smart about it. Sequoia's defense been high pressure, but Creekview's been able to work around it. Candelario to Sackman. And Tuzing now gets it, but there's a call from the ref.
It's going to be a reaching foul on, I believe, Cole Sackman, the senior.
So 9.5 seconds left to go for Sequoia to get another shot off. To get their double-digit lead back, they're currently up by 9. Preston Parker has that one, 7 seconds, 5. And he puts it up, and it bounces off the rim. And there's not enough time for anyone to get a shot off, so a couple scoreless minutes there at the end. 24-15, Max. We didn't see Sequoia lose the lead, but Creekview is certainly looking dangerous.
Yeah, I mean, that first couple minutes, we saw Sequoia really pull out. 9-2, it was 11-2 at some points. But that little section in the middle of the quarter where it was really back and forth nonstop, some sloppy passes, but some just really fast-paced play, it kind of saw Creekview creeping back up. And at the end there, it just seemed like Sequoia just kind of lost their fire. They are making their shots. We saw a kind of rare 2 air balls from Hammond, a missed mid-range jumper from Parker right there on the last drive right there, and that's not really normal. So Sequoia just needs to find their tempo again, get back in the rhythm, because Creekview has not lost anything from their momentum on that hot streak on the mid-quarter. They have carried it to right now, only down by 9.
Yeah, and Max, even though Hammond missed those couple threes, he still had 11 for the quarter in the game. And I think something that we saw from Creekview, which we talk about a lot, but a positive for them, they have a lot of bench depth. I didn't realize how much Coach Gramling is willing to go to his bench. And, I mean, these guys have been doing fine. Obviously, they're down by 9. But, you know, Sequoia may not have as much depth as Coach Carden would like, so we'll see how he balances that. You know, obviously they have the lead right now, but if Creekview is going to have more fresh legs more often, that could change pretty quickly.
Yeah, that bench depth comment, very factual. They sent in a whole another group of 5, and they have really got them back into this game. They stopped the Sequoia run and have gained a little bit more momentum.
Heyman now stumbles a little bit, gives it to Galvin for the 3. Off the back of the rim. Ayinla tries to, or Darby tries to keep it in. Isn't able to. Will Klein with the ball. Out of Candelario. Aguimang in the corner. And Parker comes up with the rebound. He's being double teamed though. Tuzing now has it. Now to Galvin. Doesn't a couple nice spin moves. Wow, he ran that one all the way down by himself and put it in all by himself. And it looks like that was stolen by Parker, so Sequoia with a chance to have a couple scores in a row. And Hammond puts that one up, so he's at 13 now. And Sequoia at 28. Creekview still at 15. Couple early scores. Tuzing now has that one. Runs into Darby. So, Max, Sequoia showing phenomenal defense right out of the gate. Creekview a little bit stunned.
Yeah, and that drive right there, they were 2 really close shots. They're going to need to drive to the lane and be more physical on those offensive possessions. We've seen a lot of outside shooting thus far. I'm ready to see some hard, dirty drives right to the center and get physical.
.6:55 left to go in the second quarter. 28-15 your score. Chiefs on top, have been all game. Creekview certainly has threatened, but Sequoia's threatening now with lockdown defense as Latimer gives that one off to Jack. Luke Jack, that is. Both Luke and Seth Jack, brothers on the team. Hammond, couple nice moves. Doesn't get the basket to fall, but he'll get to go to the free throw line for an attempt at some free points.
And that one puts Hammond at 14. Usually averages 11 points per game, and he has 14 just a couple minutes into the second quarter. Looking to have a big statement game against their rival.
A big senior night, too.
Indeed. Chiefs lead is 15.
6.5 to go in the half. A three from Griffin Latimer falls, so Creekview gets their first points of the second quarter after a minute 40 seconds are gone. Parker puts up one to answer, and that one clatters off the backboard. Will Klein now over to Latimer. He's got Darby behind him. He's got to watch out. Parker, high pressure defense. But a travel call. I believe that was Griffin Latimer, the sophomore for Creekview. Sequoia still with a 12-point lead. Sam Ayinla in the game. He gives that to Parker. Ayinla has it now. He goes for a three of his own, and he finds pay dirt, so it's 33-18. Sequoia's lead back to 15 after Ayinla answers Latimer's three. Luke Jack struggling to find someone to pass to, but now Creekview has numbers.
Good move by Seth Jack. He hasn't gotten the ball as often down low as some players, but when he gets it, you can tell he is very knowledgeable as a post player, knows when to fake, sees the momentum of the player, and he saw it there with Ayinla. Good fake, got the junior up in the air. He's at the line, makes his first one.
Logan Parrott checks in for Ayinla, and Seth Jack makes another free throw. So the lead is 13 for Sequoia. After a couple free throws from Seth Jack. Preston Parker being guarded by Luke Jack. Now Logan Parrott drives inside, and he does it all by himself. Puts it up off the glass to get back those 2 points. 15-point lead once again for the Chiefs. Luke Jack really putting on the handles on Tyson Darby. Darby doing good to stay with him, but I believe he did commit a foul there. Darby's got to watch out. Or actually, that was on Preston Parker, sorry.
That's his second of the game, so.
And Darby's also at 2. Tyler Hammond, though, 15 points, no fouls.
A great start of this game for him, as Parker goes to the bench and Galvin takes his spot on the floor.
Logan Parrott has that one. He's being guarded by Will Klein. Ref says he stepped out of bounds. Luke Jack over to his brother Seth. Will Klein loses it on the dribble. Tyson Darby, he's got all day, and he's makes the smart play and puts it up for 2 easy points. 37-21. Sequoia's on top, 4:45 to go.
Tyson Darby always looking, eyes everywhere on defense. You can tell in that play.
And Luke Jack answers with a three of his own. Yeah, Tyson Darby, great defense. Not only looking out for that play, but also some Creekview miscommunication certainly helped him out. And Hammond with a three, and he gets one of his own. He's at 18 now, and he puts Sequoia's total at 40.
He is feeling it. You can tell. His shot just looks smooth, and he is putting them baskets in.
Seth Jack being double teamed. There's Darby once again. He gives it over to Tuzing now. Makes a move around Luke Jack, and he'll put 2 more on there. So Max with Sequoia up by 18. Let's throw it over to some sponsor reads.
Of course, a special thanks to our program sponsor, Drug Free Cherokee, our gold level sponsors, Beato's Bar and Grill, New York Style Deli and Pizza by Manzi. Looking for an authentic quality New York style meal? You have found the right place. New York Style Deli and Pizza by Manzi is a neighborhood restaurant right in the heart of Town Lake that serves delicious pizza, sandwiches, and more. And Woodstock Furniture and Mattress Outlet. And our black level sponsors, KM Homes and Idlewood Interiors Incorporated. Thank you all for sponsoring the Sequoia Chiefs basketball programs.
Griffin Latimer gives that one over to Will Klein, who had an open three. Did not make it. Logan Parrott gets the rebound. Stephen Galvin now with a three of his own. That's Tyler Hammond's favorite spot. Move
He
over
says,
Tyler Hammond.
yeah.
It's Galvin's now.
He said, I like that spot too.
It's a hot spot for the Sequoia shooters, but Will Klein finds his three that he missed earlier, 45-27. Tyson Darby tries a two. Oh, Seth Jack with some nice dribble moves there. And miscommunication between the Jack brothers as that one goes out of bounds. Stephen Galvin now with 3:15 left to go. Parker not on the court. He's got 2 fouls. Darby does too, but Coach Carden content to leave him in. And I would say for good reason too. He only has 4 points, but he's been a force to be reckoned with. As Luke Jack brings that one down the court. Sam Ayinla and Preston Parker now getting subbed back on. As Sequoia's lead a little bit more comfortable than when they left. It's at 18 now. They came into this quarter with a 9-point lead. Sequoia's done a good job of extending it. And there's Parker with a three. That does not fall for him. Tyler Hammond, nice job of keeping it in though. Preston Parker drives inside. Great job by Will Klein to poke that one away, and he's got it. He's all by himself. He's got Hammond behind him. And nice play from Tuzik now to poke it out behind him.
A good defensive attempt there by Hammond and Tuzik-Not.
But it wasn't
they're
nice. It wasn't
calling
nice
that
enough
on
as
Tuzik-Not, pardon me. That is interesting there. That's going to be Tuzik-Not's second foul.
deep three there from Stephen Galvin. Luke Jack gets the rebound. And there's a three from Seth Jack to try to answer, but he only answers with a miss. Tyler Hammond, long pass, cross court. Preston Parker drives inside, that leaves Galvin open. Now Tyler Hammond, and he's hot tonight. He's got 21 now. 21 of Sequoia's 48. And Sequoia's lead is now 20 as Creekview is slowly drifting away from staying in this game as Luke Jack just throws one up. Fortunately, the rebound is gotten, but neither of the two putback attempts are good. Great work by Griffin Latimer to stick with it, but to no avail.
They just couldn't make a layup.
I think that was 4 tries, and none of them fell. Tuzik now, absolute dagger, staring down. I believe that was Seth Jack.
And he's made a couple tonight. He's up to 11. I believe he's made 3. I don't know why they aren't guarding him when he's outside the three-point line. He is a dangerous shooter.
And they haven't even gotten Preston Parker started. He's only at 2 points. So another team effort game similar to what we saw from the girls. Tyler Hammond, and he throws it up to Sam Ayinla. Easy layup, Sequoia's cruising now. 53-28 is your score with less than a minute to go in this first half.
Cruising indeed. They are rolling right now.
And Max, something we talked about in between the first and second quarter is that if Sequoia can get in the driver's seat and control the tempo of this game, it's going to be quite hard for Creekview to get back in it.
Yeah.
And that's something we've seen that's very evident in this quarter. Sequoia has really been pulling away, especially these last couple minutes here, where Creekview is really just falling behind when it comes down to it.
Yeah, and I mean, we saw spurts of very high-powered defense by Sequoia in that first quarter, but it just seems like it's been consistent pressure. Their man-to-man has just improved on their pressure and their overall coverage, and Creekview can't find many gaps.
41 seconds left to go. Candelario has the ball, gives it over to Wood. And Wood tries driving inside after a pass from Sackman. And ref will say it did come off of a Sequoia player. So Sackman chucks that one into Wood. Over to Candelario now, 29 seconds left to go. Now Aigimeng. And Sackman with a three-point, and the bank is open. And the Creekview student section is quite happy about that one. Preston Parker comes in for Cade Lomas. And a missed free throw, 16 seconds left. Preston Parker trying to work Cole Sackman. And the ref calls a foul on Sackman. Creekview's now in the bonus, although it probably won't matter seeing as there's only 9.5 seconds left.
Gonna try to dial something up here late.
Sequoia with a 23-point lead again, Max. We mentioned a 9-point lead going into the second quarter, so they really extended it, more than doubled it.
Yeah. I mean, their offense has been nonstop. They haven't had many empty possessions. I mean, if they have, they usually off of just a couple turnovers or maybe a few missed shots. But really long streaks of continuous possessions with a three, with a foul off the and one. So 9.5 seconds left on this last play.
Tyson Darby inbounds to Preston Parker, now back to Darby. Galvin and Tuzing now open on the far side, but he's got to find a room to pass. Tuzing now puts it up just before the buzzer. Not able to fall, so going into the locker room, 53-30. Max, what does Creekview need to do to get back in it in the second half?
I mean, their offense overall hasn't had much production, and that's almost partially, maybe majoritarily, if that's a word, due to Sequoia's really lockdown defense. In the second quarter, they stepped it up. They controlled the tempo on offense, and that kind of led to their defense having not too much pressure on their backs. They seemed really calm with the fact that they were in man. They didn't change the zone. They didn't change their game plan at all. They came in with a plan, and overall, Creekview just kind of needs to figure out a way to get past that man, maybe some more movement. Didn't see many ball screens. They kind of just were in a normal 5-out. Just some different game plan adjustments. That's what halftime's for, is adjustments. So,
you're absolutely correct, Max. And you know, Creekview was keeping it pretty close in that first quarter, but yeah, Sequoia just really kind of pulled out within, I mean, the last really 3-4 minutes of that second quarter. So Creekview is going to have a lot of work to do coming out of the locker rooms. But you know, we mentioned the third quarter usually is their best. They put up an average of 18. That would put them within 5, considering Sequoia doesn't score any, but that certainly won't happen.
Yeah.
So a 23-point lead for Sequoia going into the locker room. We will see you in just about 10 minutes on the other side of the break.
are headed to the Final Four.
Let's go. I got a vision I see in my head, a melody buried deep into my soul. They call us crazy, we cutting the edge, unlocking the future and letting it go. This is a calling that's higher. The time we decided our stories are gonna be told. This is where legends are born. We paving the road, a future that favors the bold. Break the rules, break the laws. This is the moment we change it all. Break the rules, break the laws. This is the moment we change it all. Yeah, greatness. Yeah, it feels like greatness. Woo! Greatness, yeah, it feels like greatness. Legendary in the making. Reach out and we take it. About to emerge, we on the verge, and it feels like greatness. Something coming, I can feel it. Deep down in my spirit. Revolution, it's a new day. Time to redefine the limits. So vivid, I can see it. So loud, I can hear it. So they calling me a madman, but the future belongs to the
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the War Lodge as we come back to this contest between the Sequoia Chiefs and the Creekview Grizzlies. Max, we saw a very, very good first half from the Chiefs. It was a close first quarter, but Sequoia really pulled ahead in that second quarter. Creekview hasn't been able to get back into it, but, you know, we've mentioned third quarter is their best quarter, so if they're going to make a move, it's got to be now. Yeah, I mean, honestly, to me, the story of the game, Hammond is having the game of his life right now. I believe 21, at least 20-plus points, and Creekview has not found a way to stop him. Had a 9-point or 11-point streak at the beginning, kind of slowed down, but he has fired back up near the end of that first half. And the Grizzlies, if they want to get back in this game, are going to need to find a way to stop Tyler Hammond. And, you know, he's missed a couple threes, but what I love about him is that he's taking chances, and, you know, eventually it's paying off. And 21 points is certainly something to show for as Sequoia gets a block, but Creekview retains possession. And Cole Sackman puts that one up for a 2 for Creekview. Galvin dishes it around. Tuzignaut has it now. Throws that one up for a layup, 55-32. Tuzignaut with a quick answer to Creekview's basket. Now Luke Jack has it. He dribbles inside, tries to put it off the backboard. Doesn't go for him. And Wood is denied as well. Parker now at the top of the key, dribbles inside, dishes that one out. 3 attempt by Hammond is no good. Nice job there from Latimer to stop and get Hammond off of him and have a few teammates around him just to make sure they got those easy points.
I believe that's an off-ball foul by, I believe that's the junior Michael Roach.
So already a minute 15 gone. Stephen Galvin, mid-range jumper. That one clatters a few times on the rim and falls in. Max, you're right, 21 points for Hammond, 13 for Tuzignaut, 8 for Galvin. Those are the lead scorers on the floor for Sequoia. Tuzignaut gets an easy steal there, and Hammond has that one. Tries putting it up, gets his own rebound, and decides to restart things as Parker now tries himself at the basket. Spins it in, nice little jelly there from him.
This could be a start to Parker. You know, already matching his first half points with that basket right there.
And off the high glass, trying to circus layup there is Cole Sackman. Nothing doing though. And Michael Roach getting physical down there with the Sequoia players. You know, physicality all part of what makes a great rivalry. (59-34), Sequoia still on top of this one, 5:52 in the third quarter. Creekview looking to get started. Jump started, that is, in the third quarter. They have quite the deficit to come back from. And the third quarter is usually where they shine. As Parker takes that one in. Second layup of the night and of the quarter. So he's at 6 now. Max, he's doubled the points in 2 minutes that he's got in 16 minutes of play, and that one's tipped by Tuzignaut. Great defense from him. Galvin gets the rebound. Darby, nice little layup. We've seen him do that many times. Get a quick pass and put it in just as quickly. And down low for Latimer. Out to Roach, out to Jack. Three-pointer does not fall. Galvin almost with the rebound, but it bobbles around. Jack tries again, this time from even deeper. And science would say otherwise, but it falls for him this time.
And that's double digits now for Luke Jack right there as he hits 10.
Tuzignaut with a deep three of his own, and he answers 66-37. Sequoia really piling it on here.
And that's his 4th three of the night. Tuzignaut not messing around from outside the arc.
And almost half the time gone in the third quarter. Latimer now, he wants to get on the 3 game. That doesn't fall for him. Tusing now, easy rebound. No one there to guard him. And at 6'5", Frame has no problem getting up there to get the board. Tusing now getting a rest on the break, or a rest on the bench. Parker now pump fakes. Galvin out to Parrott. Parrott's 3 bounces off the front of the rim and falls to Luke Jack for the rebound. Wooden now firing it around.
And that's another off-ball foul on Michael Roach. I believe that's his 3rd. And that's a important story, as he's a big piece of their down low game, a physical player.
It's his 2nd of this foul. I've noticed he has been playing a lot more physical this quarter, but it's coming out of Price.
I believe he just got his 4th.
Yes, he did. So 3 fouls in 1 quarter. Not good news for Michael Roach or Casey Gramling as he takes him out and sends 5 new players out on the court. You know, we talked about how Creekview's depth could potentially be Sequoia's undoing. It hasn't had too much of an effect on Sequoia. They've been able to stay in it, thanks especially to Tyler Hammond at 21 points. I mean, really, Sequoia's at 66, so it's not like Tyler's doing all the work.
Yeah.
Everyone's chipping in.
In that first quarter, we saw when they sent a whole new group in with 5, it did kind of stop a Sequoia run, but it didn't really get any new offensive production in.
Preston Parker with a 3. No good as it plunges off. And Will Klein with the ball over to Pierce Parsons. Now Candelario out wide to Godwin. Open 3 of his own. He had nobody guarding him. 66-40. Galvin with a 3. Both teams just exchanging 3s right now, whether they're made or missed. It seems like that's all anyone's shooting.
Yeah, not much driving to the lane.
And there's a 3 from Creekview. Pierce Parsons can't get it to go in. And Preston Parker will get the rebound. Hammond has it now, high scorer for both teams, 21. Ayinla puts it up. Easy couple points to extend Sequoia's lead to 28 now. 2:43 left to go in the third quarter. Sam Ayinla is going to get a foul called on him. He's got 4 now. Still 9 points. You know, Max, I think one reason Tyler Hammond has as many points as he does is because he's got no fouls, 21 points though. And there's a free throw made. I don't even know where Will Klein came from, but he almost
appeared out of thin air.
Yeah. And Tyson Darby in the corner all alone. Will Klein was his man, but he drifted off, and Stephen Galvin gets the rebound, puts it back.
I've been very impressed by the Chiefs. Their ability to follow the shot, being shown very obviously tonight.
Sequoia now at the 70 mark. Creekview unable to score in the last possession. Tyson Darby draws a foul. The call goes against Pierce Parsons, the 6-foot junior. And Darby's first one falls for him, so 30-point lead as it stands. Darby will get to shoot one more. And that one does not fall. but the putback attempt is good.
Fantastic rebound by Tuzignat right there.
And Seth Jack all alone on the opposite end of the court. And that moves over to Will Klein. He drives inside. But he is not able to get past Stephen Galvin, who draws the call. 1:55 left to go now. Preston Parker with 6. He scored for this quarter. He was held quiet because he had a couple fouls. He was in foul trouble early in that second quarter. But his teammates have stepped up. And Sequoia is in the bonus. I think he's got 6 fouls this quarter. Sequoia just a 1 on Sam Ayinla earlier. And there's a 3 from Creekview that falls for them. That's Seth Jack, the 6'6 senior.
Take a note, Tyler Hammond hasn't scored all second half, but man, Brendan Tuzignat is up to 20 points. He is having a fantastic third quarter.
Fighting for that lead scorer title of the game. Not sure who the call was on.
I saw 15, but I don't see a 15 on the floor.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Regardless, Tuzignat will get an opportunity to tie Hammond at 21 points. And that he does. Sequoia doing a very good job of staying out of foul trouble. You know, Preston Parker has 2, but he hasn't had one since that second quarter.
Yeah, and I mean, I think that is being emphasized by the fact that this quarter Creekview has kind of gone out of control with the fouls. They have 7 this quarter and have been really aggressive all game.
And Parker intercepts that pass, puts it up for another easy 2-pointer, 79-44. Sequoia is just pulling away with this one. Nice communication between Pierce Parsons, though, and Xander Candelario. As we have under a minute to go. Parker to Galvin. Galvin puts it up and manages to put it in right over Pierce Parsons' head, 81-46. Sequoia showing no mercy. And up off the glass, Will Klein. And he'll get the and one as well. Very nice play from him.
Yeah, he's been had a great showing tonight. Might not be laying up on the scoreboards, but he's been a very physical player, very great point guard, setting things up for the Grizzlies.
And that one falls, so his 5th point of the night. Preston Parker inside. Bounces out to Hammond. Hammond for 3. What else? And that one tried to tip in by Tyson Darby. Second attempt is no good. Preston Parker tries twice, and on the second one,
4th time's the charm for the Chiefs.
He finds the bottom of the basket. 15 seconds left to go for Creekview. 83-49 Sequoia. And Logan Parrott now. Preston Parker tried laying that one up over the head of a Creekview defender. And that one goes in just as time expires. So Pierce Parsons gets the last couple points of the third quarter. Very high scoring third quarter, 83-51. Sequoia's on top, have not lost the lead since they gained it.
On the first score of the game.
In the first score of the game, 3 seconds in, Tyson Darby, quick layup. And I want to say Sequoia's been in the driver's seat, but you know, the first quarter was pretty close. It was only, Sequoia was up by 9 after it, but it was a lot closer on the court than it looked like on the scoreboard, I would say. But we really have not seen that appearance from Creekview's aggressive side of the ball defensively and offensively. We haven't seen them reappear since that first quarter. Sequoia has been really good at keeping them caged up, airtight defense, pouring it on offensively. Tuzing now at 22. So Hammond needs to get it going if he wants to get that high-scoring title back. Preston Parker in the double digits.
Yeah, and I mean, we haven't seen that high-powered scoring offense from Creekview. in that first quarter. We saw a really good run where I think they were within 8. Once Sequoia gained that lead, I think they were within 8 at one point when they had game momentum fully, the Grizzlies had. But ever since then, they have not been able to go on a run. The runs have just been really stopped short. And I mean, Sequoia, they are just nonstop, fast break, full pressure. It's like a bull in a china shop. Once it's in there, you cannot really stop it right now.
You're 100% right. As Sam Ayinla comes back into the game, he's the only Chief in foul trouble. He's got 4. Everyone else on the court, Preston Parker has 2. Everyone else has 0. You know, Max, I think that was one of the difference makers of the third quarter. Creekview had 7 fouls. Sequoia just the 1.
Something to note, a good half of the Creekview student section has departed. Maybe a note on the faith they have in their team. But a good amount of Chiefs fans are still here. Good to see that.
As Sam Ayinla enters the double-digit club, he's at 12. And Colton Pence gives the ball out to Luke Jack. He tries a 3, and he makes one of his own. Not his first 3 of the night. He's at 13. Logan Parrott now. Sam Ayinla top of the key. Michael Roach, 5:06 left to go in this one, 86-54. Griffin Latimer down the court to Carson Wood. Isn't able to find the bottom of the basket, but Wood will be sent to the 15-foot line. 4:59 left to go. And that one falls easily in for Wood. Just his 3rd point of the game. And that one goes in as well. So he's at 4 on the night. That is a 3-point attempt from Cade Lomas. Now Luke Jack down the court. And he puts that one up for the end one. You know, Max, Luke Jack is, I think, if I had to guess, probably the Creekview player with the most minutes on the court. He's got 15 points.
Yeah.
He's had a good game.
I mean, even if he hasn't had leading minutes, you just thinking that, his presence on the floor does something to everyone here.
Yeah, you're correct. As Nigel Agamang puts that one in.
And 4:30 left in this 4th quarter.
Here's Luke Jack again, 86-60. As Agamang for the 3-point attempt does not fall. Here's Gemberling on the Sequoia side of the ball. He goes up for a mid-range jumper. Just short. Jack now again for Creekview. He tries a mid-range jumper of his own, bounces off the back of the rim. Now Gemberling once more. Crosses over Jack. Does not fall. Rebound nearly gotten, but instead it's Creekview ball. Turnover after turnover here. Neither team has scored in a minute. Parrott in the corner. Ayinla all by himself. He's got all day. Just toilet bowls out. 3:47 left to go.
Nothing falling for either team in this span of about a minute.
Both teams in a little bit of a funk in the past minute and a half.
Yeah.
86-60. Sequoia still on top. Three-point attempt from Latimer does not fall. Let's see if the Chiefs can get any points on the board here. Hey, nice 3 there from Cade Lomas. Nice stroke from him, making it look easy. Luke Jack tries to answer back, but Lomas himself gets the rebound. He's being guarded by Colton Pence. There's Noah Givens. Now to Gemberling. Gemberling back to Gibbons. Gibbons dribbles inside, and the Creekview defender does not get the call, so Gibbons gets his opportunity as an easy basket. It's 91-60, 2:50 left to go. Sequoia student section urging Sequoia to get to 100 points. Creekview falling apart here as they're not able to get any points to fall. Sequoia's getting free rebounds, and they're turning it into free points as best as they can. Ayinla down to Gemberling, but Gemberling unable to control it, falls out of bounds.
I believe those are the starters coming in, or some of the starters coming back in for Creekview.
So Evan Carmelango checking in for the Chiefs. Two-point attempt from Carter Gillum. No such luck. There's Gemberling. Not sure what happened, but didn't shoot it. Got his own rebound, sort of. And there's Cade Lomas. He's 2 for 2. The student section is loving it. There, Sequoia's at 94. Creekview's at 60. Minute 52 left to go. The race to 100 has officially begun. Will Klein dribbles out of bounds. Max, Sequoia's really, or Creekview is really looking sloppy right here. They haven't gotten a point in probably 2 minutes.
Yeah, I mean,
Plus.
I don't know. It seems like it kind of has sunk in a little bit, but they're still going full throttle. Just the shots have not been falling late in the game. And I mean, on the other hand, Sequoia's shots right now, even with their second string in, are falling.
Oh, wow.
Cade
Big
Lomas.
3 from Cade Lomas. He's 3 for 3. That was from, I mean, he was almost out of bounds there.
That was like Trae Young range. Come on.
He's got 9 and he's only played a minute. There's an air ball from Creekview. Rebound and putback is no good. So 1:07 left to go. Sequoia's at 97. Creekview's at 62. Cameron Omer comes down with the rebound. Ref does call a foul.
That's Paul Presblick coming in for Matlock Gemberling. 1:01 left in the fourth.
Sequoia with a 35-point lead. A deep 3 range. Cade Lomas.
4 for 4.
He's 4 for 4 on threes. He just got Sequoia to 100. He is feeling it. He's only played for 2 minutes. Not even. He is untouchable right now. 100-62. Sequoia is just pouring it on, showing absolutely no mercy. Sequoia student section giving Cade some love. 30 seconds left to go. Fires it over to Cade. He dribbles, he shoots. Falls off rim to the disappointment of the fans in the Sequoia student section. There he is again. Deep 3 this time from the yellow line, and he makes it. He makes it. 5 for 6 on threes. He has got ice in his veins, ladies and gentlemen. 15 points in 2 minutes. Round of applause for him.
What an ending.
What an ending.
What a game.
I mean, if it wasn't enough to know that we were going to beat our rivals by 30 points, having Cade Lomas go 5 for 6 on threes, and I mean, each one was from farther back than the last one. An absolute blowout win for Sequoia, 103-64. You know, Max, I mean, Sequoia was up by 20 coming into the second half. I mean, to say they pulled away is an understatement.
I mean, to say they took their foot off the gas pedal at all, you're lying. I mean, put the second string in. They want to play too. Cade Lomas, 15 points, and probably about 2.5 minutes.
Yeah.
I mean, give this kid a break. Overall, and going back to the starters, the second string can get their own praise. But the starters, I mean, they really set the tone from the get-go. They had a little run in the beginning, but they really just set the tempo from the start. And, I mean, Creekview didn't really have a response to the whole game. They didn't really go on a run, try to get back into it. Just it seems that Sequoia is shooting from the outside, and just their adaptations to Creekview's defense overall got them the win.
And Max, I think one of the biggest factors in how Sequoia was able to pull ahead as quickly as they did, you know, Creekview had 7 fouls in that third quarter, and I mean that just took them out of it. Not only it took their players literally out of the game, but also obviously it put Sequoia in the bonus. Sequoia capitalized on the free throws, and I mean Sequoia, yeah, they no turning back. They just kept going and going and going. I didn't even think we were going to break the 100-point mark, and then Cade Lomas
said, "Who do you think I am?" He said, "Man,
from 0 to 15 in 2 minutes."
Yeah.
An impressive display from Sequoia. So Sequoia gets the sweep in the rivalry games.
Yes.
The girls win, the boys win 103 to 64, putting it on the Creekview boys. Max, what are your final words for us?
Yeah, that just means that Sequoia now leads for the boys, leads the all-time series 22 to 12. And usually they've won 8 of the last 9, so they've won 9 of the last 10 after tonight. So 90% of the time in the past 10 years, the Chiefs have won.
Sequoia is on fire right now. Creekview falls to 5-12. And Sequoia, I believe, now is 10-4. So your final score, once again, from the War Lodge, 103 to 64. In this senior night, rivalry night, Sequoia comes out on top in the girls game and the boys game. And it's been a pleasure commentating this game for you. And this is Will Hogendijk and Max Swain signing off. We'll see you next time.